Good morning, students. Today we are going to do the last topic for rational numbers, that is representation of rational numbers on a number line. Now first and foremost, how to draw the number line? Few rules are there. First and foremost, always draw the number line with pencil. Second thing, arrowheads must be shown on both the ends on the number line. Sometimes children forget, so please make it a point to put the arrowheads on both the number line. Then, while representing the particular number on the number line, two or more neighboring elements must be shown. That is, on both the sides you should have the neighboring elements at least marked on the number line. Not that only you mark the particular number. I hope I have made it very clear. Now if it is finite set, then obviously you will be marking the numbers. But if it is infinite set, then there are two options. Either you put the three dots on either side of the number line, which side it is infinite. Otherwise you can darken the arrow portion also. So both the rules are equally valid, but darkening is little, you may say, doubtful. So in that case I always prefer put three dots on the number line so as to represent infinite set. I hope this much is clear. Now, how to represent 1 by nth type of rational number? What we do is we divide the portion of the number line, that is between the two consecutive numbers from here to here, in n number of parts, equal parts. And if it is 1 by n, you will be writing 1 by n. If it is 5 by n, count 5. Now if it is 1 by 10, in place of n it is 10, you will take 10 equal portion in between two consecutive numbers, and then 1 by 10 will be take first part. If it is 5 by 10, then take fifth part, and similarly n parts are to be represented making or representing like this. I hope this much is clear. Please. Now children, we will do exercise 1.8. I am doing question number 1a. Now question number 1a says 3 by 5. Now 3 by 5 means it is less than 1 obviously. So draw the number line and 0 to 1. Just see, divide that portion in 5 equal portions. So divide it in 5 equal portions. Now from 0 start counting. 1, 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 3 by 5 will be there. I hope it is clear. Now we move on to the next part, minus 5 by 8. In minus 5 by 8, minus, that is from 0 to minus 1, divide the portion in 8 equal parts. That is 8 equal parts are to be divided. Now from 0 start counting up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So minus 5 by 8 will be the fifth line there. Now when you are dividing in 8 equal parts, you will be drawing 7 lines only. Remember that. Not that you draw 8 lines. Then in that case it will be 9. Minus 5 by 9. So don't do that mistake. Now 2 whole number 1 by 3. So 2 whole number 1 by 3 means 2 to complete will come. After that 2 to 3 divided in 3 portions, that is draw 2 more lines in between equal distance, and then 1 by 3 is to be chosen because first line will represent 2 whole number 1 by 3. I hope you are clear about it. Now similarly 8 by 5. 8 by 5, first change it to mixed form, 1 whole number 3 by 5. Now 1 to 2, divide it in 5 equal portions. So 1 whole number 3 by 5 will be 1, 2, 3. Third part, that much is 1 whole number 3 by 5. Similarly, now minus 4 whole number 3 by 4. So 0 to minus 4 you come. Now 3 by 4, divide 4 minus 4 to minus 5 in 4 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3. Third line, minus 4 whole number 3 by 4 will be the portion. I hope you have understood all the questions. Please go through them and do them just now in your notebook. Not that you linger on and then again you ask which exercise, where we have done, like that. So do it along with me, children. Then only you will be able to keep every question in your copy properly and prepare yourself well for your examinations. I hope I am very clear. So please do this work in your fair copy, and I have already said whenever you have subparts, you do whatever parts I have done along with odd numbers only, so that you will have enough portions in your copy. And if you want to do the practice, you can practice in your practice copy separately. Do all parts, that's up to you. You can do solved example, you can do all the parts for practicing, but for fair copy you will do only the odd subparts. I hope it is clear now. Now children, we will do exercise 1.8 question number 2. I am doing A and C part. Now 2A question says there are two rational numbers given to you, minus 2 by 3 and 1 by 4. You have to find any two rational numbers between these two, because there will be many rational numbers between these two. Now how to find out? First find out the LCM. Once you get the LCM, then convert these fractions or rational numbers to same type of fractions, that is minus 2 by 3 could be written as minus 8 by 12. Similarly, 1 by 4 could be written as 3 by 12. Now they have become as like fractions, and minus 8 by 12 to minus 7 by 12, minus 6 by 12, minus, all these numbers will be lying in between them, and hence up to 3 by 12 you will be getting so many rational numbers. So any two could be taken as the rational numbers which will be lying in between minus 2 by 3 and 1 by 4. Now next question also 3 by 5 and 3 by 4. First take out the LCM, change them, and LCM is coming 20. Now if LCM is 20, 3 by 5, change it to like fractions, so it will be 12 by 20. Similarly 3 by 4, change it to like fraction, it will be 15 by 20. Now 12 by 20 to 15 by 20, there are only two numbers which will have the same denominator, 13 and 14, but there can be many more rational numbers in between, but at present required two numbers will be taken as 13 by 20 and 14 by 20. I hope you have understood the procedure. Please try to understand the technique, and also I am just reminding you to go through the solved examples so that you don't make mistake while doing the sums. Please solve the solved examples also in your practice copy.